I'm in the production track, and I chose that mainly because I wanted to have a lot of creativity with ideas, and I'm kind of more of a big picture person. And also, I can't really draw, so that excluded art. I chose FIEA originally because it was supposed to be the most advanced program for getting into video games of any that I encountered or looked for. So I just decided, hey, this was a good program if I wanted to go there, and I thought, hey, I want to make some video games. Yeah, a lot of surprises. It's definitely not what I thought it was going to be. I always assumed it was going to be a lot more academic because that's kind of how undergrad is, but it's the approach is much more of the real world experience. So it's actually the biggest things I've learned and have benefited me have been social more than pure academic. Well, a couple of things. One, being able to communicate effectively and learning that pictures are a lot more helpful to communicating than a bunch of words and making a long design document because no one's going to read it. Also, being willing to do pretty much anything because designers have to sort of step in and teach themselves and help where they can. And then, yeah, realizing that design isn't just thinking up the idea. You've got to like coordinate and you've actually got to contribute physically to the project. That's a little bit of an unfair question to me, just because I went here for undergrad, so this is going on my sixth year living here. So I've been here a while. Initially, though, yeah, it was quite the adjustment. The social culture is very different, and the weather is really different. Not a fan of the humidity, but the wildlife is cool, and the street system is amazing. So it's pretty different. I guess that just goes back to figuring out how I can physically contribute. Because again, sort of unlike the other tracks, our track is much more ill-defined and sort of jack of all trades. So it's a little odd when you have to come in and just figure out what you're going to do and then do it. It's your role is not clearly defined, so you've just got to be able to adapt quickly and learn a bunch of stuff. And that took me a while to get the hang of and to learn to insert myself so that I could make sure I was making good, valuable contributions. I guess it's probably the people, like my peers. We're kind of an interesting, diverse group, and some people don't get along, others do or not. But I'm realizing, especially towards the end now, that I'm gonna miss them, and I'm gonna miss not being able to work with them. So it's kind of a shame because you get used to working with people, and then we're all gonna scatter to different places, and it's like I get that feeling like, oh, why aren't we making a game anymore? What happened? Oh yeah, absolutely. It a lot of stuff that I've learned here again since it's been more social based. It helps you with any career field because that's just getting to know people and like learning how to actually work with other people and how to take care of yourself. And again, going back to the designer of just you've got to figure out what you've got to do and do it. So it's been more like life lessons that can apply to any field. Talk to other people about what engine you're going to choose much, much, much sooner than before you go to break after you've learned what team you're on because making the decision to go with UDK or Vision radically changes your project. And you want to get that information sooner and know what you're doing before you jump in because you will run into a lot of errors you did not anticipate.